All right, so this is a way to work on those spider sort of shapes, but also practicing your chord voicings and learning your note names and using things that you could actually potentially use these in songs that they all reflect certain parts of different chords. We're starting out with like a C major 7 voicing, for example, or an F major 7 voicing, where you could very much, use that as a part of a song if they turned up. All right, and then we're looking for keeping 2 fingers still and moving 2 fingers, so you get that sort of independence control. But also, it's basically impossible to play these and sustain all the notes with bad technique, because you kind of need your fingers to like curve over the previous string and in order to get all the notes ringing out. So this is kind of a technique corrector in a lot of ways, because if you're not getting that proper curvature, this is what happens. You get that sort of muting effect that you don't want. You get notes that aren't clear and aren't being heard. So making sure that every note is being heard is really part of one of the benefits of what this kind of exercise does. So let's look at some of the chords. So we start with a C major 7. Okay, if we keep these 2 fingers still, but we flip these 2 fingers around, we get this G7 kind of a voicing. The notes become B, F, G, and B. Put a B in the bass if you want to make it a 5-finger exercise. So C major 7 to G7. So just practice that move a few times. The next one is C major 7. We're going to keep the middle 2 fingers still, and we're going to flip the outside ones. What you end up with is something I'm calling A minor 11. So A, E, the minor 7th, G. We could call it a sus 11 because we're leaving out the 3rd. There's no C, but we're ending up with a D at the top. So sus 11, minor 11. The next move is A minor 11 to just a regular A minor. A, E, A, and C, a triad. So we're keeping these 2 fingers still, and we're flipping these 2 around. Oops. And if we flip these 2, you get sort of a regular G major triad voicing. B, D, G, and D. So you don't have to do these in any particular order, but just look at keeping 2 fingers still, moving 2, and you may come up with some of your own voicings as well, but trying to keep all the notes within the key of C major. All right, and then we can move up, because we have 2 major 7 chords in any key. We've got the C, we've got the F. We can apply a lot of those up here as well, so we can go, that's your D minor sus 11 voicing. If we reverse those 2 notes, we get sort of the B minor 7 flat 5 kind of sound. We don't want to reverse those 2 because we'll end up with a B flat, so it'll be out of the key. We could move this to the key of F major, and then you'd have F major to C7. So it's just a practice of treating the spider exercises more like chord voicings Rather, often they're just treated as like, just finger movements, but you can actually kind of use them practically as well. Try this and you'll really notice the difference in your chord playing. You'll notice more independence. You'll notice it's got a lot of benefits to it. So let me know if it helps. See ya.